Mainframe is doing plot cleanup sweeps throughout early access to free up space for active and new players. In this video, we will cover what you should do to avoid losing your plots and how you can take advantage of these plot sweeps. Be sure to watch until the end of this video for one final tip on how you can benefit from the plot sweeps. Why are they making this sweep? Zone population is tied to plots that have been laid down in the zone. Many zones are nearing or at capacity, even though there are not many players online. This has prevented new players from living where they want and has prevented clans from co-locating together in one place. This initial sweep will occur on August 21. Mainframe has released the criteria for their initial sweep. In short, you can avoid losing your plots by simply logging into the game before August 19th. The criteria can be summarized as follows. The plot owner has been inactive for a while with minimal activity in both playing time and interactions, and the clan size is small. Or the plot is essentially inactive with no pieces or crafting events at all in recent times, and the clan size is small. This initial sweep is shaping up to be very strict, targeting only players who essentially logged in, dropped their plots, poked around the world a little, perhaps tested out crafting, and then since quit. Mainframe is protecting large clan estates that use plots from all clan characters by limiting this sweep to small clans only. So how can you benefit from this plot sweep? When a plot is removed in the game, everything inside the plot becomes public, meaning you can break down and take anything there. If you equip your hammer, you can see plot boundaries in the world. Use this to your advantage while traveling to spot any bases that are no longer claimed after this plot sweep. Now, given the strict criteria, in most cases, any unclaimed structures after this plot sweep will not provide you a windfall in loot, with one exception, and that is outposts. Outposts are plots that players lay down far from home near coveted resources, nodes, and spawn locations. Typically, these outposts are primarily filled with chests and maybe some furnaces and benches. This means that players who ran outposts early in release but have since quit the game would likely meet the sweep criteria. To take advantage of the sweep, pay attention to camps on borders and near quarries and other such opportunistic locations where outposts would make sense. Equip your hammer when traveling around these locations to check camps for the orange boundary. If no boundary exists, you have found an outpost that potentially could fill your stores with free materials. If possible, having one of your plots free and ready to use will allow you to fully capitalize by claiming the outpost for yourself. Simply drop your plot down on the unclaimed outpost. Check all chests to ensure they are set to personal or clan. You are now free to loot at your leisure. If the outpost is larger than your plot, you may need to build decorative chests to move the loot from around the outpost and into the boundary of your plot. Finding an outpost that is full of materials can literally save you hundreds of hours of game time, depending on the loot you find. My clan has found 2 such abandoned bases, and we still use materials and crafted items from those bases weeks later. Now it's time for that final tip. If you equip your hammer and then enter camera mode in the home valleys by pressing F7, the orange plot boundaries will still be visible, allowing you to fly around quickly, checking your home valley for any abandoned bases. To increase the speed of the camera, hold Alt and scroll your mouse wheel forward. I recommend doing this right after the plot sweep, focusing on borders and quarries. I hope this guide was helpful. If so, let me know by liking and subscribing. I'll be releasing more PAX Day content weekly.